Hey everyone, excuse the raspiness of my voice. It's like really early in the morning and it's very cold. Spring, but it's chilly. Actually, it's more than chilly. This is really odd. But y'all know what they doing. Y'all know what they doing with this weather system. It's not gonna help, but mm. So let's talk loving our enemies. Last time we talked about the love that comes from the spirit of the Ruach that resonates within us, therefore not allowing the world to dictate and be our God. So dictate who we truly are or our personality or the love that we have within and change us because we got to be careful. That stuff can harden your hearts and make us bitter and we can't transcend or ascend the way we need to, you know. So let's talk about the other enemy. I mean, that enemy within. The enemy that when you look in the mirror is looking right back at you. You, your image, the image of others that look like you. That enemy, that's one of the biggest issues that our people have. We have a heart problem in our society. And I mean, of course, look what we are undergoing. And lots of us, our spirits are broken. So you see this continual hatred, this continuous pride and agitation with each other. We don't have patience with each other. Growing up, my father used to just be really, what do you call it? He had a very low tolerance when it came to me. And I couldn't figure it out until when I got older. I realized, oh, I look like him. You know, he didn't like himself. And the fact that he had a child that looked so much like him, it was just like everything that he hated about himself, he hated me for. And that is how a lot of us, even in general, in our just our surroundings or community, feel about each other. It's like constantly fighting a losing battle amongst ourselves. And let's take it back to Genesis. I know, but Most High wants us to go back there because we have to understand that when Adam and Eve were in the garden and the Most High gave Adam everything, right? Everything he needed, created him in his image through their image. Because people say, oh, okay, what does that mean? If you see the description that they give you in Revelation of what Adam looks like, then you can understand what he means by in their image, as well as other things. But back to the creation story, they both had everything. Gave them everything and told them this one thing not to do. But because of that not being happy with what the Most High gave them, not truly, just this excessive curiosity and allowing themselves, because the serpent represented the world. If we think about as well, where did the serpent come from? Who is the serpent? Is a representative of Al Shaitan coming and beguiling the woman, as that's what they do, manipulative. So she chose the world over the Most High, and so did Adam. He didn't have any question, he just moved with it. No standing up, no one stood up to say out of the both of them, no, I'm going to choose the Most High. They chose the world, and this is what keeps happening. our people keep choosing the world when we have been given more than enough. We have been created in the image of the Most High Yah, but you'll still see a woman running to have hair that doesn't look like theirs or grow out of their scalp. You'll still see. Now, look, okay, we understand what the situation is. I'm just stating a general fact because we know this society has has put such a restriction over us being ourselves, and you wonder why. It all has to do with the grand plan of everything. It really does. Right? How much do you love yourself? How much do you love the Most High and appreciate the fact that He gave us everything? Remember, we always say, greater is He that is in us than he that is in this world. For the longest time, He has been telling you that what is in this world is nothing but empty, broken cisterns. When you chase after another person, not created in your image, but you think they have it better because of all of this rigmarole and these indoctrinations and this manipulation, can you get your mind right by renewing? Because you can't. What did the scripture say? That you should not conform to this world, but you renew your mind with the scripture, right? So that is what keeps us out of continuously thinking like the world. So once we are understanding of that and we don't make those things our gods, then that's a whole different thing. Because there's some people who they feel like they can never walk out unless they got their wig or their weave straight, or they got a big cake of makeup on. I'm not per se saying that, oh, I'm hitting out against it. It's just that some people make it that they can't do without it until the point where they also start affecting other people's spirit who's trying to be their authentic selves. Because there are people out there who say it. They're like, they're coming out wearing their natural fro, they're doing their thing, no makeup, who this kind of thing they get from their families who said, oh, when are you going to straighten your hair? When are you going to do this? Are you going to put some makeup on? So there's still people in our surroundings that still don't get it and won't get it, you know? So this hatred of our own is a destructive factor. It is extremely destructive. It is another part in, once again, denying the Most High and His authenticity that He has given to us, right? He gave us the difference. We have been set apart. Automatically, we're set apart. We don't look like the rest of the world, right? The rest of the world is showing you they're the world and they don't accept you, but you over there run into them for a little acceptance instead of you running to your Father, to Abba, yeah, and asking Him for the things that you need, worshiping Him, turning from your wicked ways, stop being like the world. Understand that what He has given you is more than enough. Stop hating on your brother, your sister, your cousin, your mother, whoever it is that doesn't look like the idols. Because that's what people are doing. They're there as people keep saying they're not a strong delusion. It's just Christianity. No, they're all in bed together. They all are working in the same team or on the same team. They're all a part of it. And because you refuse to listen to the Most High and seek His face and seek His knowledge and His guidance, that is how the strong delusion is going to lead us to believe a lie. The lie is already here. Y'all already fell for it. It was a test run. The next one won't be so easy. Trust and believe. A lot of the elect also, because I remember um just seeing even a lot of people denying that this lie was even and telling our people to stop at it, but I'm just gonna leave it right there. Point of the matter is, when we're united is what they're scared of, and we're divided they're happy. But we would rather please the world by seeing us divided than please the Most High and unite. You still hate the melanin in each other's skin. You hate them because of their features. I mean, you still see this nonsense. I went to work the other day and you still see it very prevalent amongst us. Like you will see the representative of people on the internet or on YouTube are not the representative of the entire structure outside of it, because there are still some very ignorant people out there with very closed minds and are just stuck in their old ways. And they just keep thinking their way is the right way, once again making themselves their own gods. It's a strong thing to shake people out of, but there'll come a time when if you don't want to wake up, if you don't want to shake up, you're just gonna have to deal with the consequences. You keep hating on your brother and your sister because they don't look like the image of the, because that's your God. You've, even though some people are still saying, oh, they're woken up. That's why I say, especially the ones who say they're conscious. They're conscious, but okay. You usually see those conscious people, then they start to give more accolades to their education and their intellectuality than actually the Most High. Then they start to rationalize and think about the logical things to do and all kinds of nonsense, still going into complete circles. You just took the education they gave you, and now you're over there putting it on a pedestal. Like, what kind of sense does that make? How do you continue to just live so beneath? You know better. There are a lot of people who know better, but they're so fearful, fearing the wrong thing, and that fear is an unhealthy fear. That's the fear that's gonna get you like mm, 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 mm. We talked about people over there. Christianity. I know they said Peter when he started the Roman Catholic Church, and he from there brought Christianity, but they killed him, and then they ran with it with the Christianity. So why is it that our people are still so deeply invested in this? I just But then Revelation is saying that they took the 12 tribes from Israel, right? He took 12 tribes. He didn't take nothing from Christianity, because Christianity isn't even mentioning about the 12 tribes or Israel. See, our people are, it's like we're afraid to think. But when it comes to, oh, let me think like how my education is giving me, I'm going to intellectualize and I'm going to speak systematically and I'm going to logically break this down into an analytic. This mother, man, you just causing more confusion to the body. If it's not for the edification of the body of Yahushua, get out of here with that. Right? Just simmer down and humble yourself. Point blank, period. But the hatred that we have for each other is what is really distorted. That's the biggest enemy that we need to overcome. We need to come out of that nonsense. Okay, we have been made in the Most High's image. Stop hating and pressing down other people trying to be their authentic selves, because you're not ready. Okay? Every time you start to put on somebody else's hair, every time you start to put on another face, like, who's the one that wore makeup in the scriptures? Jezebel, right? She did her face up. What was Jezebel? To this day, she's still taunting the body of Yahushua. A wicked woman, wicked, highly what, witchcraft, sorcery. That's what she practiced. All right, she made that her god. And I know people will say, well, if you don't make it your god, okay, pray about it to the Most High. That okay, but that's the person who I saw putting on the makeup in the scripture, and she didn't have a good rap. So no cake face. I mean, if it's natural, but just, you know, pray about it. We'll just say that. And yeah, trying to change this image that the Most High gave you. When will our people wake up and see what they're doing to themselves, doing to each other? When I could go deeper, but there's always going to be someone else that is there defending it to the death. The it says Yahushua has woolly hair, but then there's some people over there defending a straight hair. Oh my goodness. Oh well. Telling you, we are one divided set of people. Don't like to hear the truth. So, yeah, got to start loving yourselves. Just like scripture says. When you start loving that enemy, then you'll be able, that real enemy that you see, then you'll be able to love your brother and your sister truly. It's not that hard. You just need to stop coveting and looking at what they have, thinking that they got it good. We already said what happens to them, but as long as you keep seeing them as your ideal, as your idol, nothing gonna change. It's not gonna get any better. It's just gonna keep slipping further and further and further down that slippery slope. If you can't look at yourself, they don't have a problem with which with how they look. Why should we have a problem with how we look? Yes, they put up laws and bylaws and all kinds of laws against our looks. Why do you think that is? We just need to stimulate some thought. It doesn't have to be highly intellectual or connected to a degree, but we have that intelligence to decipher nonsense and sense. Why are they so attacking our looks? At first, we thought, oh, it's just, but they made laws against our hair. They made laws with regards to how we are treated and they're treated. For once, we just got to get up out of this nonsense thinking and remember who created us. And that nothing he did, his creation never went wrong. He's perfect creation. He gave them the option, but initially they were created wonderfully. But free will, never forget that. He didn't want to control or cause any other issues. Let them do what they have to do. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up and love yourselves. Love yourselves. Take out this self-hatred. And if you don't know what self-hatred is, just look it up. You hate the image of yourself. Maybe it's connected to a deep dark past. Maybe it's connected to something that sets you back. That's what they want you to think. But you cannot be fearful. You got to go straight up. Walk in faith. Okay? Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in this world. And stop making the Most High our enemy as well. He's not our enemy. He created us perfectly for this world. And if you really think about it, from even to, you see the similarities and the differences between these others. How you can walk in the sun and you don't have to go through some of the things that they go through. I just realized that some of the benefits of having, this woolly hair. It don't string when you work out. It don't just fall in your face. It's like it's made to just defy gravity. Just work out and nothing constantly. I noticed once when I was watching this dance video, and these people, every time they're dancing, the hair is just slapping them in the face, and that causes like extreme acne. When we could just like put that back, it holds nicely, in a ponytail or in an afro puff, or but I leave y'all to just see the beauty in yourselves. With that, shalom.